Okay, kind of ran into a buzzsaw today. A really good Buffalo team. The tough thing about playing against a team like Buffalo tonight is they had nothing. I mean, today is they had nothing to lose. I mean, they're already in the tournament and they can kind of play free and easy. And you know, DeAsia Fair obviously hit some just absolutely ridiculous shots, and we could have obviously done some things better, but you know, some things to learn from. It's been an up and down season for us, and I expect us to be up again for sure. And that's the message to our players, is to just keep fighting as long as we have opportunities, you know, to keep winning basketball games and extend our season. So that's our focus. Proud of Lindsey, what she's been able to accomplish in 4 years already has been pretty remarkable, you know, and we're going to try to keep her around for more so she can do more remarkable things. So, but, you know, obviously frustrating for us overall. I think the other thing for us is we've got to have a short-term memory. We've got to make sure that we let it sting a little bit today, and then we got to cancel it out of our mind. There's nothing we can do about it now. Get our bodies rested tomorrow, and then we've got big games coming up. So this time of year, that's what it's about. Every game has to be kind of on an island by itself, and you can't dwell on things too long, whether you win or you lose. So that's what our focus will be, and we'll look forward to another opportunity to compete.
Let's open up the questions. Alan, do you have any questions for Coach or Lindsey?
Yeah, Lindsey, I mean, it's senior day. Everybody's so excited, I'm sure. You didn't get off to a real good start, and just kind of talk about what happened out there.
I think everybody really did want to play for the seniors and everything today. I think everyone was ready to play. We were just kind of disconnected out there, kind of off to a slow start, and then we really could never get fully back into it. There was hot moments, and then they would go on around it again, and we just couldn't fully get back into the game. But I think everybody did. Everyone wants to do good, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. So.
How much of it was just, you guys had a rough day? How much of it was they were just really good today?
Yeah, I mean, DeAsia Fair, there's not a whole lot you can answer with defensively against her. We tried to, coach says, bow the wall on her, help when we can, but sometimes we got overhelped, and she's a really good passer as well, so we were just kind of getting exposed by her offensively and by her passing.
Coach said you got to put it out of your mind, that type of thing. Do you feel like, it's in there? Obviously, you guys have played well at times this year. How do you kind of feel going into this last week?
I don't think we're going to let this game get in the way of the confidence that we should have going into the end of the season. We're all just fighting for a spot at this point. We know there's a lot at stake, so I think we just got to come into every game focused like we will and just go to work every night. So.
Lindsey, you guys put that 8-0 run together for a little bit there in the third quarter. What was kind of flowing well for you guys offensively there?
We were just being aggressive. We weren't getting bothered by their length or their fake pressure. We were doing our stuff, and we weren't letting them take us out of it. So once we got away from that, once again, they went on a run back, and we couldn't really come back after that.
Any final questions for Coach or Lindsey?
I got more for Coach.
Go ahead, Alan.
Is she good then?
Yeah,
Good to go. All right. Thanks, Lindsey.
Obviously, these guys are a tough guard, but defensively, you've been so good this year. Do you see any issues there going into a little bit of a struggle these last 3 or 4 games?
I don't think so. I think we're still a really good defensive team. I think we've had some breakdowns a couple times in the last few games, but overall, I think we're still a really good defensive team as long as we stay focused on that. This was one of those games where it just got away from us early. But in the third quarter, we came out, we changed a few things that we were doing. We went on a run, we cut it to 11 points, and then, certain things happened that were really frustrating to our whole team. I'm really proud of our team for fighting the way they did. They didn't give up the rest of the way. But it's hard to overcome certain things when they happen, and when you feel like you're giving everything you have. Kind of felt like the rug got pulled out from under us a little bit, and that's all I'll say about that.
How big is it? We kind of talked earlier in the week and how, you know, if you keep too much attention on fair, other people go off. And Christy, who you would think would do what she did, she had 12 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and it was just on defensive rotation stuff. We were focused a little bit too much on that, but our backside rotations were not good at the start, and she was just getting dump downs for layups. She didn't score again in the game because we fixed our rotation stuff a little bit, you know, but at the same time, you know, Hemphill's got 18 rebounds. She's been averaging 15 a game in the last 5. You know, she's a senior, fifth-year senior. She's playing with everything she has at the end, too, and she's playing really well. Fair's been averaging 31 a game in the last 5. So, I mean, and Wooley's really good, obviously. We held her under her average, but, you know, they're a very good team. They're in the position that they are for a reason. But when they're just making ridiculous shots, even the contested ones, even the ones at the buzzer that, you know, sometimes it's just not your day. You know, when our team fought back, we cut it to 11. Then we had a little series there that didn't go our way, and it was still a 12-point game. And then you fight back and forth, and then all of a sudden, you know, they make a prayer at the buzzer and it goes in. It just takes the wind out of your sails because you're fighting with everything you have, and then it just kind of makes it difficult to. But fourth quarter we still kept fighting. We still kept playing hard.
Just talk about the second quarter when you mentioned Fair. I mean, I think she was 5 for 5 that quarter. And she just gets it going. And what else went wrong?
As good as anybody in the country when she gets, as they say, gets cooking. So I mean, she was playing in rhythm. She had nothing to lose. She made uncontested shots, but she made a lot of contested ones as well. And really difficult to stop her when she gets going like that.
Just wondering about Casey. She obviously had a tough game. She just didn't really seem like herself out there today. She okay?
Yeah.
General.
I mean, just didn't have one of her better games. I mean, these players are up and down a lot, you know, and today wasn't her day. I mean, next game it could be somebody else, you know, but it was other players' opportunity, and some of them took advantage of that.
One really quick question, Coach. Can you just talk a little bit about the impact your seniors have had over the course of their time with the program, with it being senior day and all?
Yeah, I mean, this group came in, and we were coming off of our only losing season since we've been here, and then won 20 games their freshman year. They've had a big impact. They've really helped us. They've won a championship since they've been here, and they're fourth-year players. I mean, they all have an extra year. It's just, you know, the reason why we wanted to recognize them today is because, you know, you just never know what's going to happen, and they deserve to be recognized. But they've had a huge impact on this program, and I'm really proud to have been able to coach all of them.
Just one last time, this touch. You know, we're kind of score watching here, and it's just a mess in the middle of this thing. Just kind of talk about the situation you're in and what you got going.
Yeah, it's tough because we're going to have two teams that don't play the total schedule, and those are two teams that are involved. So that's out of our hands. So are the wins and losses with everybody else. We have 2 games. We got to win the next one, and then fight for whatever we have left. So if we focus too much on all the craziness that's going on, you know, I think it'll get in our heads. So we're just going to focus on Bowling Green.